I think I'm going to do a video on the blue car and what exactly is wrong with it, mainly because I said there was issues and I was going to take it off the road, and I only mentioned coilovers, and there's more than coilovers that need to happen to this thing before it can go back on the road or just become a track hack. It might just become a track hack, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit too pretty to be a track hack though. I don't know. This video is literally just going to consist of me picking everything that I can out of the car. Alright, let's do it. I feel like the battery's definitely going to be flat, which is kind of like a throwback to, you know, SR20 K70, because go to start it and then it doesn't start and then you're like, no. That's right, I'm pretty sure I disconnected the battery, which is good. One-handed, it's tight, mint. Oh yeah, one other thing that changed with it, and I probably should really clean it out. I got brides. Yeah, they're not legit though. In Australia, you can't get brides or legitimate brides on the road. They're not ADR approved, which is like Australian rule regulation stuff or whatever. I don't know what it means, but basically if it's not ADR approved, it means that you can't have it in a car on the street. Which these ones are fake, but they've got approval for ADR, which is what you need, so. You. Oh, it started. I was trying to give you point of view, but you know, I didn't quite sit in the seat. But it started. I didn't have to jump start it. Was it gonna run? There we go. Alright, we're running. That's always a good thing. We can no longer neato. I'm gonna put you guys in a vice. Don't hate. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's like a hornet nest, and we burnt it because it was right next to like the controller for here. But we probably shouldn't have burnt it because it like made the controller go all funky colored. Anyway, I didn't know this until I tried to drive the car about 2 days ago. And basically what they are doing is this. So basically what they're doing is just falling nearly to the floor. Oh, except now they've pumped up kinda. However, that right there is the level. And if I can show you actually from over here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's right there, there's the max line, and then down there's the empty line, and then there's my fluid. So yeah, my fluid's like well below what it should be. Step one to this, I may as well just check my oil and my coolant levels, just to see whether it's using either of them. I don't think it is, but we'll find out. It's either using oil or it's leaking somewhere. And I hope it's not using oil, but I don't see any blue smoke, so I don't think it is using oil, which is a good thing. Coolant level's good. Yay! So we have low oil, coilovers. This next thing I'm gonna do is check wheel bearings, make sure that I haven't got like excessive play or anything like that. So I've just got the hoist sort of mid-height. So this is what I meant by checking wheel bearings. This wheel doesn't have any wheel bearing movement, however, oh, now it's not doing it. It was making some horrible, that noise, which I think is just the brake pads vibrating. I think it's just the brake pads vibrating, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So we've got left hand rear wheel bearing and right hand rear, I'll just say like brake vibration. Or this like gunky goopy stuff, that's because the coilover is leaked all of its fluid out. And then same on this side, you can even see it's like wet at the bottom of the coil. So yeah, both coils are, you know, how you going. Exhaust leak. Alrighty, I see a lot of oil. So we do have an oil leak, which is good. I'm happy. Happy days, oil leak. Yay. Not really, but like, you know, it's better than anything else. I see power steering fluid leak. I better start writing this stuff down. Oil leak. I'm not gonna fully diagnose where the stuff's coming from today. Low oil doesn't matter because we've got an oil leak now, which is good. Power steering leak. Exhaust. I think that's it so far. So I'm just gonna write this down as a possibility, but I think my left-hand brake caliper is leaking. But I think it's the line where it goes into the caliper. I know that I'm leaking brake fluid because the fluid doesn't just disappear and it's like down. And the only sign that I have to run off here, because like if you look up at the brake, I don't know if I can show you it. If you look up at the brake caliper, that's like all dry and everything, it looks fine, except for on here, it looks a little bit funky. And then also at the bottom of the rim, because I had it sitting for ages, I feel like that's brake fluid has eaten that. And then like here, it's like nice and shiny, but it's got like corrosion starting on it. So I feel like maybe it was leaking off there, dripping down here, and then running down. It's way too hot. It's ridiculous. I'm dying. My hair is so thick. Back to the car. Brake leak. I've got a new name for my car. Burns. I know that this motor is making some funky noises. You probably heard when I was moving the car out. If you didn't, just go back and you'll hear it. It's got like a weird ticky noise, if that makes sense. When I listened to it with a stethoscope, I could like hear it coming from around this area. I think it's on this side, I'm not sure, but it nearly sounds like the chain's slapping. But then when I look at the chain's tight. I've replaced the tensioner already. It still makes the noise. It made the noise the entire time, because this motor's out of the Corolla, the KE70 that I had. Made the noise the entire time it was in that, and still making the noise, and I've abused it a lot, and it doesn't seem to break, so, you know. But I think that is enough for me to chew off. I already have that as my list, and I think they are the most important parts. So as long as I fix the oil leak completely, so it's not leaking oil anymore, see if I can fix the brake vibration. I don't really care too much about that. The wheel bearing needs to be done. The coilovers need to be done. Power steering leak needs to be done. Exhaust leak, it's at the bottom, so it's like super easy to weld. Left-hand rear brake leak. I think it's left-hand rear, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. The fluid has to focus. The fluid has to have gone somewhere, so I'm just going to assume that that's where it's leaking. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also the subscribe button. The like button moves me up in rankings on YouTube, and therefore more people see me, and that just encourages me to make more and more videos. And if you want to follow me on my journey, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because then you'll be notified every time. Adios.